Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Well, hello, friends. I'm your pal in the mainstream media.
And I'm the Riz.
And you know, Riz, it takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly astute opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yes.
And you know where we can find that?
Yes.
On the Wrestling Mayhem.
That's right.
Yeah. They all got something to say. Better get out of my way. We do it all in a day. Tell them that we're not the same. Go for the takedown. Levels to this not the same now. Taking them out, better stay down. Been giving them balls like a playground. Oh yeah, and you're gonna know my name. I've been an animal. I see the fear in your eyes. Move like a cannibal. Yeah, I'm ready to rise. Hot like I'm flammable. I got the fire inside. Run like an animal. I'm ready to rise. Yeah. They all got something to say. Better get out.
Introducing first, representing the great success, weighing in at 235 pounds, it is magnificent Gerard Garett.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ryse Pro Wrestling. It is July 8th, 2023 at the Uniontown Mall. My name is Jim Amata, being joined by the esteemed Ty Cross. And Ty, tonight is the night, the marquee event of the summer. Brother, it is the Ryse Rumble.
Can't wait for the Ryse Rumble main event here tonight, but we're kicking off with some major action right now.
Kicking it off here, a rivalry that we have seen boil over in the past several months. The great success against Team Stronghold. The magnificent Gerard Garett against the poster boy himself, Jason Hendrix. And from what I understand, Ty, this matchup was signed earlier today at the demand of the poster boy.
Yeah, the poster boy now coming out here.
Richmond, New Jersey, weighing in at 190 pounds, the Mustache Mojo, poster boy, Jason Hendrix.
The poster boy coming out here wanting to get a piece of Gerard Garett, demanding this match take place. And I'm all for it 100%.
A lot of animosity. Let's not keep in mind, it was the great success that put Ryse founder and the trainer of the Stronghold, Brandon K, on the shelf. Each and every month, Ty, I know you weren't able to join us last month, but you've seen it on IndyWrestling.us. The rivalry between these two groups continues to bubble and bubble. Maybe tonight we're going to get some resolution between these two groups here. Here in our brand new spot in the Uniontown Mall, Ty, you can feel the buzz, feel the energy in this building here tonight.
And there are so many people here. We're starting off with a bang. Gerard Garett not waiting for the bell, jumping the gun here.
Ty, we've talked about it. Gerard Garett is as blue chip as you can be. Absolutely no flaws in his game. And you know that Gerard Garett will not make any mistakes, works very meticulously, very deliberately inside those ring ropes. So conversely, Jason Hendrix will have to make sure he does not get over emotional or overzealous in there tonight.
Well, this is very much a matchup of your old school technician. You can see their beautiful butterfly suplex.
Hooks the leg, nice transition.
Gut wrench, my apologies.
And that's one thing you can see from Gerard Garett. We talked about his pedigree as an athlete. he floated over and right into the pinfall predicament when his opponent's shoulders were on the canvas.
Very old school, very technician-like, student of the game, watches a lot of tape, and puts that knowledge to good use, and you're seeing it right here.
No doubt about it, brother. And we're going to see Gerard Garett continue to pour on the offense. He has his opponent boxed in the corner, and that's where you really start to mount an offensive assault here. Hendrix avoids the contact. Big clothesline off the ropes, and Hendrix could be rallying back here. We know he has that emotion fueling him here, but Gerard Garett, like a true pro, cuts him off, lowers the boom, and now the complexion of this contest tilting back towards the great success. But Hendrix gets that left shoulder. A lot of tenacity from the poster boy here tonight.
You got to think that that wasn't Hendrix's last gasp of energy there, that last fury that we just saw.
Oh, look out here. Hendrix was one step ahead. A rare misstep from Gerard Garett, and the poster boy plants him. Hooks that leg. He got it.
Wow!
That quick, that impactful, and the team stronghold has one up on the great success here tonight.
I think the poster boy perfected that double arm trap DDT because it was executed beautifully and got the result he was looking for.
Alexander is incensed inside the ring ropes. Not the start the great success wanted on this night of the Ryse Rumble.
Gerard Garett still having trouble getting to his feet. That move, that maneuver by Hendrix was just executed so well. I'm impressed.
I gotta tell you, Ty, on a night where the great success, have the statistical advantage in the Ryse Rumble.
Oh wait, what are we seeing here?
And wait a minute, Gorgeous Gregory just planted Gerard Garett. Forget about a chink in the armor. This partnership is evaporating. I believe Gerard Garett just got his walking papers.
Well, the great Alexander demands victories for the great success.
No honor among thieves, Ty.
Well, you got to admit, Gerard Garett did not deliver what the great Alexander wanted him to deliver tonight.
One thing is for sure, Ty Cross, tonight will be a transformative night in the history of Ryse Wrestling at the Ryse Rumble.
And now, is the writing on the wall, Christian Noir!
The macabre kamikaze himself, the writing on the wall, Christian Noir, the man that won the original Ryse Rumble last year.
And a man who has been so close to holding Ryse gold on so many occasions. Inches away from defeating Matt Connor. Years ago, inches away from defeating Edric Everhart and Pretty Boy Smooth at the last anniversary event. Is this the night that the writing on the wall finally secures gold in Ryse Wrestling?
It was back in May, Noir won a four-way qualifying match.
This place has come unglued.
Last month, Ty Cross, it was this man, Cowpoke Paul, winning the second four-way qualifying matchup to advance to the finals here. You can see the fans have jam-packed in our new spot here in the Uniontown Mall, and one of the biggest takeaways of this night is you can tell, as I've said, it's a big evening in the trajectory of Ryse Wrestling.
And have you ever seen a greater disparity between two competitors and how they would represent the company? Cowpoke Paul, obviously a great representative as champion for Ryse Wrestling and the writing on the wall, Christian Noir, how will he carry the title and how will he carry that name of this company wherever he goes as a champion?
Ty Cross, you were one half of the very first Ryse Tag Team Champions. You know what it means for a career to be an inaugural champion. Only one of these athletes will walk out of the belt that Brandon K is holding in the ring right now.
I mean, you etch yourself into history right here tonight with a victory. And it doesn't get bigger than that.
There can be only one.
For the first time in 6 years, we're going to crown a new champion. But I don't like the digital media championship. Anybody really like that name? When I started Ryse, I wanted a place where guys like Cowpoke, Paul, and Christian Noir, and everybody in the back can grow, get better, and move on to the next level. And I think we've done that. I think we've done a good job. And I want this belt, this title, to represent that. So from now on, this title will be named the Ascension Championship. Good luck, both of you.
Cowpoke Paul, Christian Noir, only one can be the very first Ascension champion.
And for that man right there, Cowpoke Paul, does the word Ascension not perfectly define his time in Ryse Wrestling? He has ascended to such heights and ranks in the eyes of this crowd. And that man right there, who has taken so many steps.
The man that Uniontown has adopted as its own could be on a career-defining venture here tonight. But no one would like to play spoiler more than the writing on the wall, the macabre Christian Noir.
And what does Ascension mean to Christian Noir? Someone who has come so close to ascending to the top and has always been pushed back down. It is so apropos that these two competitors be facing off for this title right now.
Collar and elbow tie-up gets us started, Ty Cross. Cowpoke with the side headlock, gonna try to dictate the pace of the contest right from the opening bell. But Noir will not back down. But neither will the Cowpoke. Tenacity, grit, and determination have defined the career of Cowpoke Paul, and he will need each and every one of those traits here tonight.
I think that slap early on was an attempt to test the metal to see what Cowpoke Paul is made of.
Cowpoke gonna try to stick and move. Paul up and over. Sends Noir out to the floor. That is a concrete floor on the outside here. And the Cowpoke knows what's on the line. The Cowpoke willing to take a chance.
What a beautiful tope through the middle rope.
Ty Cross, I'm going to ask you, you were one half of the very first ever Ryse Tag Team Champions. To put your name in the history books as one of the first champions, as one of these athletes will do tonight, what does that do for a career? Because you, my friend, have first-hand experience.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I still have a job with the company 3 years after retirement, and I think part of that is what my name meant to this company.
Noir living up to that kamikaze moniker, launching himself at Cowpoke Paul, so unorthodox and so violent.
I mean, you etch yourself, your name, into the annals of this company's history forever when you become the first champion. It's what people talk about. Every time the title comes up, every time a new title is introduced, they mention your name long after you're gone. And Ryse is still standing tall and has grown to such heights. Speaking of such heights, wow.
Noir let gravity do the work for him there, and that shows you how precise Noir is and his as dangerous as Noir is, his most dangerous weapon may be his mind, because he knows countless ways to inflict pain and punishment on an opponent.
And very early on in this contest, you said that Cowpoke Paul wanted to set the pace. But I think with that slap right at the outset, I think that Christian Noir wanted to set the emotion of the matchup and wanted to get Paul out of his element early.
Absolutely, Christian Noir has a PhD in mind games. And make no mistake about it, Noir thrives on being able to torture opponents and Ryse fans alike.
Much like a Sith Lord, he feeds on hatred. He jaws with this crowd because he gets that hatred back and it makes him stronger.
And the Cowpoke is going to fight tooth and nail. We have never seen Cowpoke Paul back down, and you can bet your bottom dollar he's not going to do it tonight. Not on the night of the Ryse Rumble, and not on the night that we crown the Ascension Champion.
And as I spoke with Paul a little bit earlier this afternoon, and wow, what a huge shoulder tackle. You see that power for Christian Noir.
Noir just bull rushed him.
And what tonight means for Paul, this is Cowpoke Paul's first shot at Ryse Gold ever. So this is such a huge night for Paul.
Lateral press here. Not enough body-on-body contact. Cowpoke was able to get those shoulders up. Noir going to try again here.
When you have someone like Cowpoke Paul who's getting their first shot at Ryse Gold versus someone like Christian Noir who's had it time and time again and been kicked back down, you got to wonder, who does this mean more to?
Noir cut Paul off, buried that knee into the breadbasket. And this is where Noir will try to rough up Cowpoke Paul, make this matchup nasty. A war of attrition is certainly the game of Christian Noir. Paul avoids the contact, but how much does Paul have left in the tank?
Well, I can tell you right now, Christian Noir isn't going to have a lot left in the tank. That was definitely, caught the ropes below the belt. That's going to completely throw him off his game.
Can the Cowpoke rally here? Up and over he goes, shoulders down. Noir escapes. Look out. What power.
What an unbelievable snowplow-like maneuver. I really thought that could have been the end right there.
And now you're seeing the meticulous pace of Christian Noir going to try to restrict the breathing of the Cowpoke. And there's that mind games. That is disgusting.
Plus, you got to wonder, too, is that paint making his tongue like that, or is that some type of chemical that now could sweat down into Cowpoke's eyes? We know how deadly and dangerous that mist can be.
Uniontown is rallying behind Paul. But again, Christian Noir, a true ring general, knew exactly when to cut Paul off. Noir could be looking to lower the boom here, and he does, ricocheting off the sternum. Big time impact from the Bayou Bully.
Christian Noir, 220 pounds, moves like a cat. It is unbelievable!
Wait a minute, Cowpoke snatches the leg into the ankle.
Oh, wow!
A signature of Brandon K, the trainer of Cowpoke Paul. And Noir is screaming in pain, but Cowpoke may need to break that ankle before Noir gives it up. Paul avoids the contact, as does Noir. Big collision center ring.
And we are essentially back to a 0-0 game here, Jim.
It's a stalemate, Ty Cross, and the first man to their feet may be the one that is crowned the Ascension Champion.
And I can hear this crowd chanting, "This is awesome," through my headset. Unbelievable how loud this crowd has gotten for this matchup.
This is where the guts, the tenacity, and the determination, where you dig down, who wants it more? It's gut check time, and we're gonna find out right here.
Like I said earlier, who does this title mean more to?
And we talked about a war of attrition. It may be the first one to wilt under the pressure of the championship.
Here we go, another gear for Cowpoke Paul.
And Cowpoke is pulling the punk card of Christian Noir. And you can hear the physicality. The smacks of the flesh tell you a very violent story.
This has become such a battle of attrition between these two.
It's a slugfest. And Cowpoke Paul's jaw got racked. But he returns the favor. Violent collisions to determine the champion.
I feel like I've never seen two competitors hit each other this hard as they are right now.
Could be an opening for the Cowpoke. Could be making that call to dry rock. Look out. Could be all. Ty Cross, I don't know how he got his shoulder up.
What we are seeing in this ring right now, the determination and the drive to be a first ever champion of this company. And Christian Noir, what's going through his head? Does he think if I lose here, this is my last opportunity at gold?
We heard Brandon K say before this matchup started, this championship would prove who is the future of this industry, and you're seeing a great example of that right here.
Wow!
Noir taken out of his shoes.
Is that the hardest lariat you've ever seen Cowpoke Paul hit?
Cover here. You don't get any closer than that. I can't believe it, and quite frankly, neither can Cowpoke.
And it can be so defeating for a competitor when you think you land the knockout shot, and it's not the knockout shot. Cowpoke is saying to himself, I know what I gotta do. He's gotta plan the next set of maneuvers here.
And the Cowpoke is determined to dig deeper and deeper into that playbook. We're gonna see if it's enough.
Christian Noir's legs just gave out from underneath of him.
He may be out of it.
He might be unconscious after that lariat.
He may have kicked out on instinct alone. But is Cowpoke taking too much time?
Wait a second!
And he is!
A huge brain buster! Noir baited him in! I gotta get on my feet. This is so intense.
Cowpoke clutching his ear. That could be an equilibrium problem.
Or it could be the neck area from that brain buster. The side of that neck. Wait, that was a missed attempt, I think. And Cowpoke blocked it. And he hits the cutter. Turnabout on Christian Noir.
Has to be all.
Christian Noir went for that miss. And Cowpoke got the hands up.
But what does Cowpoke have to do? What can he do? What is left in the Cowpoke's toolbox?
I think he's got one move left in the arsenal, and he's going for it right now.
He could be going for that DDT. Noir shrugs him off.
Wow!
And Noir launches himself at Cowpoke.
Whoa!
Cowpoke is kicking it into the second, third, and fourth gear. The Cowpoke Paul is looking to leave it all on the line. Leave it all in the ring here tonight in Uniontown.
We are forehead to forehead.
Knockout shot, knockout shot, hooks that leg. What is it gonna take?
These two competitors are leaving every ounce of their being in this ring right now. And it is all for that gold, that Ryse Wrestling Ascension Championship.
Cowpoke could be lining up for that home run swing. He's gonna head up top. He's gonna take a chance to obtain that championship. But Noir able to inadvertently play defense. The Cowpoke is in a very precarious position. And that's not where you want to be at the hands of the merciless Christian Noir.
Cowpoke looks a little lost behind the eyes. I think now that adrenaline is worn down, I think his body's starting to give up here.
Look out!
Whoa! Did he hang on?
Noir blocked it.
Tombstone!
Pile driver, spiked the Cowpoke. That's it. Noir has done it. These two just gave you everything in their bodies. They gave you a piece of their souls here tonight in the pursuit of that Ascension Championship.
And a lot of people like to talk about the future of Ryse Wrestling, and they mention Cowpoke Paul's name, but the present of Ryse Wrestling is that man right there, Christian Noir, the first ever Ascension Champion.
We may be able to mark this on the calendars as the Ascension of Noir. One of the most arrogant, one of the most disgusting, but one of the most talented athletes in Ryse Wrestling, the great Alexander. There is no woe he will not sink to. There is no rule or tradition he won't break. But the bottom line is that young man may very well be the top tier player in the future of Ryse Wrestling. You're not just seeing a star of today, you're seeing a star in 2, 3, 4, and 5 years from now. The great Alexander is as talented as he is brash, and he is certainly skilled enough to carry this promotion, albeit in the name of shameless self-promotion, excuse me.
And introducing his opponent,
talk about selfish self-promotion, it is the exact opposite with the social media icon. As ironic as that sounds, this man lives, breathes, and bleeds Ryse Pro Wrestling. Everything he does is for the better of this company, the company that he loves.
And the company that broke him into this industry.
Hey, Tad. Ref, you better hold him back. Hey, Tad. Say hello to your mom.
Oh no, he did it again!
You know, Mrs. Jarvis is a very nice lady, and she certainly doesn't deserve this disrespect. So I hope that the great Alexander is missing some teeth by the time this matchup is over. Let's keep in mind that it was the great Alexander and the great Success that put Brandon K on the sidelines. Tad Jarvis is fighting for the honor of Ryse Wrestling. And with everything that the great Alexander has done, he deserves each and every ounce of this punishment. But you can't get over emotional because we know how dangerous the great Alexander is. He is truly a natural inside the squared circle. The way that Alexander can move can be very deceptive, but right now he's not moving out of the way because he's getting bounced around like a ping pong ball in there.
I mean, Tad Jarvis is coming out here 110%.
It's not safe out there.
He is just full gear right now.
Tad Jarvis is incensed.
You gotta wonder if maybe the mom on the tights was a mistake.
Well, you poke the bear and you're gonna get bit, Ty. And quite frankly, I hope Tad Jarvis tears great Alexander to bits.
We're just having a slugfest on the floor right now. This is turning into almost a bar fight.
Wait, that's Tad's grandfather, who's also a nice gentleman.
I hope he knows he's not allowed to get involved in this contest.
Oh, wait a
second!
Get your hands off of him, you son of a bitch!
Oh no!
Oh no! Jarvis went head first into that exposed turnbuckle, and obviously Tad's grandfather is a senior citizen, so for Jarvis to put his hands on a member of Tad's family, or anybody else in this audience for that matter, is completely out of line.
And Tad had to put 100% of his focus into not running full force into his own grandfather, and that was enough to let his guard down. I don't blame him one bit for that, but now Tad is in a bad, bad way in the ring with a bad, bad man.
Jarvis does not know where he is right now. You can see in his eyes nobody is home, and he will have absolutely no mercy at the hands of that man, the great Alexander, because quite frankly, the great Alexander, much like he did with Brandon K, doesn't mind taking someone out of the sport for his own press, for his own publicity.
And that's also one less person he has to try to step over in his climb for gold.
And look at the way that smug SOB grins, and the great Alexander actually enjoys doing this. Being an absolute sleazebag is what his greatest thrill in life.
I mean, look at him. He's bringing us down to his level. Look how biased we're being just talking about him. That's what he wants. Bad press is good press.
I'm telling you right now, he's talented enough to be the future of this promotion, but the guy's an absolute sleazebag. That's the bottom line. I'll call it how I see it. You know, that's not always the most popular thing in this sport, but the bottom line is the great Alexander is a scumbag.
Well, you know, this isn't the movies, Jim. This is real life. The good guys don't always win.
Yeah, tell me about it. And you can see Jarvis clearly having trouble breathing after being asphyxiated on those ropes. And Jarvis trying to fight back. But I still don't think he's cleared the cobwebs from hitting that post. Big knockdown. Jarvis shoots that shoulder up.
Great Alexander's striking game has been on point thus far. Every single strike delivered deliberately where it needs to be and landing to perfection.
And look at this maneuver here, gonna sap the energy, gonna try to shut off the carotid arteries on both sides of the neck of Tad Jarvis. And it could be a matter of time. I
think
hate
Jarvis
to say
is
it.
going out here, Jim. He's out. Oh, wait a second.
Jarvis has some life left, but how much is it? Keep in mind, the great success are 0 for 1 so far. They don't want to go 0 for 2.
Look at Jarvis, big brain.
Creates some separation and runs through the great Alexander.
Knee right into the jaw. Beautiful back body drop.
And now the great Alexander on his back foot. Turnabout fair play. And we're gonna see if Jarvis can finally shut up the great Alexander.
Look at that power.
Barrel bomb. And did you see the bridge, the neck strength from Alexander?
How impressive was the strength to stop Jarvis's momentum going down and then reverse that momentum, all strength, all the way back over into that German.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Ty. That's all core strength. Wait a minute here. Alexander could be going for that trademark. Jarvis had it scouted. And a spine buster. You're
As a connoisseur, I'm a connoisseur of a beautiful spine buster. I love him, and that was a nice one, I'm telling you.
There just wasn't enough weight distributed on the shoulders that time.
And I've gotten the opportunity, actually a year ago, to spine buster the great Alexander, and I got to tell you, it feels great, Jim.
We're seeing everything. We're seeing the emotional side, the conditioning side, the striking side. Every aspect of professional wrestling, both professionally and personally, coming into play here. And Jarvis got hung up. Damn.
Your bias is slipping again, Jim. We're journalists here, don't forget it.
Look out here. Very precarious situation.
That's what Tad needs to do here. He's got to fight out. Now that eye rake.
And there's no shortcut Alexander won't take.
Whoa.
Oh no, elevated DDT. That
This
could
is
be
it. I don't understand.
Jarvis escapes, but he got planted forehead first right into the canvas.
Commentators, we talk a lot about kicking out on instinct. I don't think I've seen a kick out more based on instinct than that right there. I mean, that was a top rope hung DDT, and I still don't think Jarvis's eyes are open.
Could be going for that greatness driver. Jarvis out the back door. Super kick.
That was right under the chin. That was flush.
Spike the great Alexander. The momentum tilting back and forth here. This is the level of competition. just one small slip in either direction could determine our winner here.
Jarvis can barely keep his eyes open. I think he's still close to just keeling over completely. I think that knee might have caught. Full Nelson roll out into the stunner. No! I do not believe it.
And you could almost feel that gasp of relief from this Uniontown crowd.
I was ready to drop my headset and go buy a pretzel, Jim, but I think I have to wait a little longer.
Jarvis out the back door. Now wait a minute, Alexander just put referee Isaac in the way. And now the jumping knee just knocked Jarvis out. He got hit right in the base of the skull.
That was flush to the back of the neck and spine. The knee a little earlier, I don't think caught as flush as Alexander wanted it to, but that.
Now wait a minute, that's that kendo stick that the Alexander left welts all over the body of Jarvis. An interception from Jason Hendrix.
Oh no!
What the hell was that? And the great Alexander is grinning like a Cheshire cat, which tells me the fix was in here, Ty.
And we're seeing the eyes of a maniac.
Jason Hendrix sold the stronghold up the river. He just stabbed Jarvis in the back, and he stabbed Ryse Wrestling in the heart. Damn it. And that man right there has some explaining to do.
I hope Jason Hendrix knows what he did if he's planning to align himself with the great Alexander. Because we saw just a little bit ago what friendship means to that man. Nothing.
Brandon K mentored Jason Hendrix the same way that he mentored Tad Jarvis. And Hendrix just stabbed everyone in the back.
And has the great Alexander found yet another diamond in the rough in the poster boy.
And clearly we are seeing the newest member of the Great Success.
That man right there that we're looking at needs help.
And if Tad Jarvis's body isn't broken, his heart sure the hell is. Jason Hendrix has picked sides in this war, but I'll tell you what, payback is hell, my friend. The Ryse Tag Team Division is as competitive here in 2023 as it's ever been. And the last time we saw White Trash Forever in Ryse Wrestling, there were casualties in that war with PB Enterprises. Jeffrey John and Paragon are not medically cleared to be here tonight. So this matchup will feature 3 teams as opposed to 4. White Trash Forever already leaving casualties in their wake. An illness prevented members only from challenging Money Shot for the Ryse Tag Team Championships some months ago. And Ty, you know it as well as I do, this division has been so competitive. Members only had their chance. They came down with an illness. It was the fabulous John McChesney and Chris LaRusso that took the spot of members only on that particular night. So now members only, Malcolm Cambridge and Calvin Lewis, have to start right at the bottom of the ranks, work their way back up again.
And here come the Rad Boys.
This young tag team right here, the Rad Boys. All action, all adrenaline. There is no chance that these two young men won't take, especially in the pursuit of those Ryse Tag Team titles.
They came very close in the recent past to being the Ryse Tag Team Champions.
They came within an eyelash.
Unbelievable. The great success. I mean, they just find their way into everything.
Their fingerprints are all over it here tonight, Ty Cross.
You know, I want to be unbiased and I want to be a journalist too, but at this point, I'm tired of seeing these fools.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ty Cross, I don't throw around the term prodigy too often, but I believe that title could be applied to both Enrico and Gregory. They are, without question, two thoroughbreds in this sport. Gregory, just 18 years old, and already the Imagine Wrestling champion out of Altoona, Pennsylvania.
It's a very impressive accolade.
Conversely, Enrico, the 880 champion out of New Kensington. Championship material doesn't even begin to define the potential of the great success. And as you can expect, a four-way tag team matchup is going to be what?
Once again, I am the technical genius, Ty Cross, here with Jim LaMotta.
Can't help but put yourself over, can you, Ty?
This is going to be a barn burner, Jim, I'm telling you.
Now just work on your attendance record and really be an all-star.
I told you in the past, if Edric Everhart and Matt Connor are wrestling, I do not want to have to be there. It breaks my heart. I cannot sit here and watch them beat each other up. I can't do it. I did it once, I don't want to do it again.
And Bruce Gray very proud of himself for no particular reason because this matchup hasn't started yet.
Look at him, are you kidding me? No particular reason. The guy's the white trash stud.
For some reason, as talented as he is as a wrestler, just the word filthy comes to mind when I see the guy.
You know how many trailers are rocking because of this man right here?
Some things even I won't speculate on.
The answer's a lot, Jim.
Stiff shot to the face. And and Tyler Voxx. Let's not forget, Tyler Voxx has had a change of attitude in recent months. As we said during our introductions, Ty, members only originally were scheduled for a tag team title shot. There was an illness that prevented them from taking the shot that night. Fabulous John McChesney and Chris LaRusso took that spot, and conversely, hey, members only, sorry you guys were sick, but you got to start at the bottom of the pile here. They got to win this matchup.
You hate to see that happen, to lose an opportunity like that, but you're absolutely right.
Well, if they want to get back in the hunt, if they want that #1 contendership, a victory here does it. The edict came down from Ryse Management, from Chris LaRusso. The winner of this matchup will challenge the tag team champions, whoever they may be, by the end of this night. And let's not forget, later tonight, the Rip City Shooters return to Ryse to challenge Elijah Dean and Zach Nystrom of Money Shot.
And you gotta wonder if in this post-COVID era, an illness like that may not have prevented them for shooting for those titles, ill or not. But today you cannot put other competitors at risk like that, so it's fully understandable why they could not be here. But you hate to see it happen, and now members only looks like they're in a real bad way.
Man, Enrico has so many God-given gifts. And the same could be said for Gregory.
The height, the build, the power, the youth on that side of the ring in that corner.
And the mental acumen is really the key difference maker. There's a lot of great young athletes on the Ryse roster. I don't know if any of those young athletes have quite as many intangibles as Enrico and Gregory.
I mean, how many people would pay for tools like this?
Rad Boy's very smart tagging in because, Ty, you have to be in the ring to win the matchup. Man, Elliott is cooking, 2 feet firmly in the chest. Sangiania seeking the safety of the outside.
This is what the Wild Boys needed. Pick their spot, get their control, and now work towards victory here. They've been so close. Right now, they're my favorites to win this matchup. That was a beautiful leg trip there. Now we're seeing a bit of a brawl here.
Well, we knew it was going to break down. When you got these many athletes out here, it's a matter of time before everybody loses control.
Elliott now doing some manhandling.
And Jake Wily is the wild card, so to speak, of the Rad Boys.
You're seeing some nice quick tags here.
We've got action inside, action outside.
Now, if this had been the Ryse Rumble, that competitor would be eliminated, but it's not. Just a little tease for later on tonight.
Wily could be getting ready to fly, Ty.
Taking out both competitors there.
Interception from Bruce Gray, wisely done. Like a pack of vultures, he and Tyler Voxx are picking the bones.
Absolutely genius. And now the double wide destroyer in the ring. And this poor official, everything is just broken down.
Well, Ref Rosie has one pair of eyes and can only look so many places. You got four teams out there, that's 8 athletes, and we've got action all over the place.
Half of them are brawling on the floor right now.
Emotions are just so high here tonight, Ty. And in short order, Tyler Voxx is working hand in hand with Ron Mathis. 2.5 there.
When you got to think you've got on one corner 2 young studs looking to bring some gold to the great success, try to get to that opportunity. You got White Trash Forever. They just absolutely live for chaos. Then you got the Rad Boys. They're thinking we've been so close, we just need one more chance and we can land that gold. Then you got members only who think we had our shot and it was taken away from us. That's why these emotions are running so high, Jim.
A lot of measured shots from White Trash Forever. They know exactly what they're doing. Floats over here, nicely done into the lateral press. And that's why you're going to see members only try to interfere and break up these pinfall attempts, because as we said, you have to be in the ring to win the matchup. If you're not legal in this match, you're essentially put on ice. What's the best strategy in a four-way match like this, Todd?
You got to pick your spot at the right moment and try to steal it. That's the key. You want to try to steal it when nobody's looking.
So perhaps the most opportunistic team may be the victors here.
That's what I'm thinking here too.
Bruce Gray finally down to the canvas. Man, nasty impact. Bruce Gray is a real roughneck in there.
People look at the antics and that they're funny and that they're dirty and they're trashy and they cheat, but they're fun to watch. People forget how truly gifted both of these competitors of White Trash Forever are in the ring. I've been in the ring with both of them many, many times. Both staples of the tag division for different teams in the past. You see, they love to have fun, but I'm telling you, in the ring, the execution is phenomenal from White Trash Forever. And I believe White Trash Forever, those are the members, the only two members of either any team in this ring that I've been in the ring with.
Certainly, as we've mentioned, it's one of the things we were saying in the opening moments of this contest. 2023, perhaps the most competitive year for the tag team division in the history of Ryse. Any team being truly a threat and perennial contender, to the tag team championships.
Absolutely. What I stated about only ever being in the ring with two of these competitors, it just speaks to the growth of this division since I've been away.
Runs into the back elbow. Double blockbuster.
That was beautiful, Jim.
And can Braden Elliott get to that corner, make that tap? In comes Jake Wily. This may be the opportunity that the Rad Boys are looking for, that opportunity that you mentioned to pick the spot.
What's hard here is you got to remember there are two other teams, four competitors, standing at ringside on the apron just waiting to get involved.
Could be going for that signature offense from Tyler Voxx, and he does. Diving lariat from Bruce Gray.
In football, we call these kind of matches, we would call this very much a who has the ball last situation.
Oh, it's certainly going to come down to the wire. Timing will be a key aspect in the conclusion of this contest.
Don't let them do that, Gianni.
This one is for my friend, Ron Mathis.
Going for that pile driver, interception from the Great Success. And now it is in fact breaking down. Just as we suspected, all four teams involved again. Hey Ty, who's legal?
You know what, I lost track a long time ago. When the bell rings, I'm just going to celebrate the winner at this point.
Look out here. Members only, better turn around. Shouldn't turn your back on an opponent. Never do that.
Members only's puffing up. And again, we got a straight up street brawl out here.
It's a slugfest. And this is chaos here. Miscommunication from the Great Success. Can Cambridge and Lewis capitalize?
Remember, we talked about who has the ball last. It looks like it's going to be members only.
And Lewis lowered the boom, drove that knee right into the chin of Gianni.
Johnny may be a non-factor for the rest of this contest.
It's anarchy.
Looking to be the opportunist here.
Out the back door. Miscue. Miscue. Who is going to end up with the advantage here?
Wow!
I believe when you're Ty Cross, that's Tyler Voxx. When Voxx wakes up, he may want to check his teeth.
He tried to catch that super kick, but there was just too much power behind it.
Double stomp.
And I think we're going to see a rematch here for the tag titles because I think this is over. It is. #1 contenders are crowned, and these two competitors have been so close to winning the tag gold. You gotta wonder what's going through the mind of Money Shot right now.
The Rad Boys have secured the #1 contendership for the tag team championships. Now the question remains, just who will the Rad Boys challenge for those titles? Will it be the reigning champions Money Shot or the Rip City Shooters? We're going to find out before we go off the air tonight. Ready or not, second half of Ryse Pro Wrestling, July 8th, 2023. My name's Jim Amato. You're still Ty Cross. And to kick off our second half, we have a highly anticipated matchup. Two of the best tag teams anywhere, absolutely anywhere in independent wrestling today. The challengers of Maserati West Barkley and the intense icon Joshua Bishop, the Rip City Shooters. Two young thoroughbreds based out of the Absolute Intense Wrestling promotion in Ohio. They started their careers there but have branched out everywhere. It's been a few years since we've seen them in Ryse Wrestling, but their reputation precedes them, as does this rivalry, because Money Shot has crossed paths with the Rip City Shooters, not only in Absolute Intense Wrestling, but also Revenge Wrestling in Erie, Pennsylvania. This rivalry has ran the gamut in independent wrestling, and it's the highest stakes here tonight for the Ryse Tag Team titles, my friend.
And these fans are lucky enough to get to see it right here in Ryse.
And introducing their opponents. They are your Ryse Tag Team Champions. The Man Guy, Elijah King, and Zach Nystrom.
As much as the Rip City Shooters have defined tag team wrestling in the Buckeye State of Ohio, the argument can be made that Money Shot are the premier tag team in Pittsburgh wrestling of the past decade.
Gotta say, I don't think there's many teams in the area, or anywhere for that matter, that I think wear the gold better than Edric and myself did. But Money Shot, they wear that gold well. They take it everywhere with them. They promote it well. You know, you hate to see them sometimes with their antics and what they do to win matches, but they do a nice job promoting those titles all over the place.
Ty Cross, make no mistake about it. Money Shot are the evolution of tag team wrestling.
All right, how about we cut the music?
And the Mandime going to address the Rip City Shooters right now.
Are we done with intermission now? Are we done feeding our faces with nachos and popcorn, you fat sacks of losers?
No, we want more.
Put your popcorn down, Ty.
Nachos, nachos,
Nacho, 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 nacho.
T-Rancho's got to be loving
no,
this.
that's not what we're doing.
I'm not giving you anything for that.
Well, we made it like free nachos for everybody.
Yeah! You don't need them. You got company.
Shut your mouth.
Well, giving away free concessions is not economically wise, so I would ask our fans to please purchase some nachos.
Now I can't hear you with all that mouth breathing. All right, look, we already came into your house not too long ago, and we beat you. Now you're here in our houses trying to take our property, and that ain't gonna happen. At the end of the day, all these people know who's top tier, and that's just facts.
Last month, Money Shot.
Sweet for your punk ass. Everybody here came to see some new champs, and that's the Rip City Shooters. I'll be honest, I'll tell you why everyone came here, and every single one of these fat slobs knows it. They came to see Money Shot. Hey, Blondie, you done enough to talk?
That's about as intense as it gets right there.
And you can see the professional animosity between these two teams, Ty. What they were referencing in those pre-match comments is last month, Money Shot, who are the current Absolute Intense Wrestling Tag Champions, while they are simultaneously the Ryse Tag Team Champions, Money Shot,
They're getting awful close now.
they were able to steal a victory against the Rip City Shooters for the AIW tag titles, and this interstate rivalry spilling over here into Ryse Wrestling for the Ryse Championships. Multiple championships, multiple promotions in multiple states. That is the level of competition between Money Shot and the Rip City Shooters. And as long as they're as far away from us as possible, I'll feel a lot better.
They got awful close at one point. I don't know if you noticed. I always am keeping my eyes up ever since Ron Mathis joined the company. They are fighting all over this building, though, right now.
And as much as this may be Joshua Bishop's forte, the Mandime getting the better of these rough neck tactics, on the outside. Joshua Bishop has wrestled with barbed wire, chairs, tables. He lives up to that moniker of the Intense Icon, that's for sure. I don't know if the Mandime wants to exchange fisticuffs with the Intense Icon. And where the hell did Barkley and Nystrom go? And have we even had a bell yet? I don't think this is officially started.
I don't either, and I'll tell you right now, Barkley and Nystrom, they could be gone. They're in that locker room area where I don't believe we're allowed to even bring cameras to. Here they're coming back now.
Well, Nystrom,
I think Nystrom got a swirly.
I think Nystrom may have taken a bathroom break. Willingly or unwillingly. Nystrom is inside the squared circle. I still don't know if we've had a bell yet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice misdirection from Barkley.
Right to the inner thigh.
That was a very precarious situation. We'll leave it at that. And as I said before, chaos ensued in this building. Joshua Bishop and Barkley are just two thoroughbreds, man. They have all the tools, all the physical talent, but the same can be said for Money Shot. I truly believe we're seeing two of, if not the top two tag teams in independent professional wrestling today go at it here.
I have to agree with you, and you're looking at 4 competitors. I mean, when you think of professional wrestlers, you picture someone that looks like any of the 4 gentlemen in this ring right now. It is just, I mean, so much size and speed and athleticism.
They are the prototype of a professional wrestler.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it, man.
Nystrom is a big guy, but still, Bishop got some size on Nystrom, but so impressive.
Bishop going to try to fight out of it here. Makes the tag. And one thing you can say about Wes Barkley, he's very wily in there, very unpredictable. Like that right there, Money Shot avoids the contact.
Hung up on the top rope.
And that's the ring generalship of Money Shot. They knew where they were and maximized the offensive opportunity. Put Barkley down to the canvas, but just to that time.
And didn't even have to say a word, just knew what the other was thinking. I mean, it is the ultimate caveat of a great tag team.
That's high ring IQ right there, Ty Cross. And look at the way that Elijah Dean put himself between Barkley and Bishop. There's a blockade between Bishop and Barkley for that tag to be made. That's not a coincidence, and you know that from being in the ring for 10 years yourself, Ty.
100%. You want to use yourself as a defense to keep that competitor from making the tag. You can see here, even Mandine locking in this clutch, making sure that the hands are not in the direction of Bishop, so that if Barkley is able to make the crawl, he's unable to make the tag.
And you know that Money Shot hung up Barkley. They will take advantage of the 5 count from the referee.
And I don't know if that was across the throat or if it was across the forehead. You know, that's a steel cable in those ropes. And that's a knockout blow a lot of the time.
And a lot of our fans may wonder, why is steel cable? That's just for the stability and the safety of the athletes when they hit those ropes, but conversely, it can do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, and some companies, they use bull rope, and bull rope is a little easier on your body, but it stretches and it has more give, so it doesn't last as long. So you'll see a lot of wrestling companies use the steel.
Shoulders down, and Barkley got up.
They'll use the steel because of the durability, but it does inflict that much more damage.
Wise wrestling from Elijah Dean. Money Shot is in firm control, and in this juncture, that chin lock maintains that pace, maintains that direction of the conversation.
And again, you could see Mandime, Elijah Dean, trying to turn the upper body away from Bishop to make that reach that much further. Not allowing too much distance, making sure your opponent is on the mat before leaving for that tag.
And stomping on that bicep is a good way to disable that arm. As will the ankle. There's the pedactral tendon in the ankle that is very, very susceptible to damage.
I don't know why you're talking about dinosaurs out here during this wrestling contest, but that was a really big word.
I've actually had surgery on said tendon, so I know what I'm talking about, Ty.
Oh, I believe you.
And we've had, don't get me wrong, Ty, we've had a lot of great tag teams come through the Pittsburgh area. The Wrong Crowd with Paul Atlas and Brian Anthony, yourself and Ty Cross.
Edric Everhart.
You are Ty Cross with
That's
Edric
right.
Everhart. Where I was going with that, I believe Money Shot are truly the evolution of tag team wrestling in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I could agree with that 100%. I mean, you look at the teams that come before you, what they're able to do, that was very impressive. Barkley getting Nystrom into the ring and is able to complete that rolling double clothesline we saw attempted earlier.
And Wes Barkley has been in some of those wars with Joshua Bishop as that team. They've fought with all sorts of weapons, One thing we know about Wes Barkley, the guy is tough, man. He is double tough. And I believe that's what. And there you see it. We want to talk about intangibles. It wasn't ethical, but it was effective because Nystrom able to take Bishop out of the equation, and immediately Elijah Dean puts Barkley back in the money shot corner.
Look at that big Enzugiri right to the ear. Very important to note too, because Barkley's in the corner. He was able to stay on his feet, and look at that DDT.
We are seeing some classic tag team wrestling here, Ty Cross. As I said, a lot of great tag teams have come through Pittsburgh, but we are seeing not only the present, but the future of Pittsburgh wrestling before our eyes here.
And look at this monster, Joshua Bishop.
So much God-given talent from the Intense Icon. X-Plex takes Elijah Dean inside out.
And Dean tried to be the one to execute that maneuver, but Bishop just overpowered him.
Jackknife. Elementary, but very, very effective. The figure four. What a way to chop down the size of Joshua Bishop.
They call Nystrom the big fundamental for a reason.
Look out here. We're seeing Maserati West. Para elbows. Everybody took a hurting on that one, and we're at a virtual stalemate here. This is exactly what we expected. Such an evenly matched tag team contest.
And it's important to note that because of the impact, Nystrom did give up that figure four leg lock.
We talked a lot about wrestling technique. This is a slugfest. And this may come down to who's going to fall first.
Man down. And now here we go. Powerhouse versus Powerhouse.
This is a war of attrition, Ty Cross. Just listen to the smack of the flesh.
Let's go, Josh!
It's like Shaquille O'Neal going one-on-one with Tim Duncan.
Joshua Bishop avoids the contact. Wind him up and plant him down.
He took that good.
And the referee got sandwiched.
Yeah, man down's going
We're
to
going to need
capitalize
another
here.
official. Wait a minute. Elijah Dean goes low.
And the title shot. And the DDT to follow.
Don't tell me that Money Shot are going to steal championships. No, not for a second time.
And you have to think, if the official hadn't been knocked down and wasn't recovering, he would have made a faster count. So what gave Money Shot the edge also came back to bite them as well.
What a measure of revenge it would be for the Rip City Shooters if they were the ones to dethrone Money Shot. The Rip City Shooters could take over the Ryse Tag Team Division.
What raw power!
Splash Mountain Bomb!
No!
Come on, they had it won! An act of desperation from Nystrom. The Rip City Shooters should be the brand new Ryse Tag Team Champions right now. The Intense Icon could be going for one more time. Mandime out the back door. Act of desperation makes the tag.
That headbutt caught flush. He blew right through that kick.
And Nystrom maybe, he may have lost some teeth in that exchange.
Going right to the eyes, double eye rake.
Bishop hit his back on the apron very, very hard. Look out here. Now wait a minute, Nystrom has the ropes. Come on, ref. Money Shot have done it again. They have stolen another championship victory away from the Rip City Shooters. One of the most competitive rivalries in tag team independent wrestling came to Ryse, and like it or not, it is Money Shot, still the reigning Ryse Tag Team Champions.
Introducing first, from Chillicothe, Ohio, weighing in at 215 and 1/4 pounds, he is your trash, Voxx
Ty Cross, you may have been unable to be there in the building live last month, but you saw the carnage and you saw the casualties. Pretty Boy Smooth called in the reinforcements, and not only was he humiliated,
This is getting a little too intense for me.
not only was PB Smooth humiliated, but his partners, Jeffrey John and Paragon, were injured at the hands of White Trash Forever. Insult to injury, as Pretty Boy Smooth was forced to watch the fall come down to give White Trash Forever the win in that six-man tag matchup. Let's not forget, before that, when PB Smooth finally had a one-on-one rematch for the Ryse Grand Championship several months ago, it was a pre-match attack at the hands of Ron Mathis that cost Pretty Boy Smooth the chance to regain that championship. Could tonight be the night that the Ether exorcises the demon of Ron Mathis?
I do not envy Watson's position.
It is very rare that the Ether makes his presence known.
Ron Mathis is not afraid of the Ether. Thank you.
The Ether is coming, and certainly bringing hell with him.
His opponent, the Ether.
Let's check the guys. Like, if I'm being shot, I'm gonna be shot. God, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to do better. You know what I'm saying? Even though I got all this evil shit in my heart, most of this evil come from retaliation. You know what I'm saying? So I did something hard, did something else. I want revenge, man. I've done too great for us, my dear. Every time I
What the hell is that, Ty?
In all my years of reporting, I've never seen anything like it.
This building is a stunned silence.
And I know not to ask questions.
Just how far has Ron Mathis pushed the ether?
Ether, 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 ether.
Just letting this moment in time breathe as we see the ether once again in Ryse Wrestling.
There's no flashy purple gear. There's no bravado. There's no eyes to tell you the story. But Ron Mathis does not look like he's going to back down from even the ether. We may be witnessing a career-shortening contest between the ether and Ron Mathis. Neither of these two athletes may leave this building the same. Pretty Boy Smooth was pushed to the edge, and the ether stands in his place.
I would argue that Pretty Boy Smooth was pushed beyond the edge.
PB's gonna kill you.
And the only reason we see the ether tonight is because Pretty Boy Smooth gives up a piece of himself to bring the ether out. A soul for a soul, Jim.
There will certainly be no hesitation, no conscience, and no limit to what the ether will inflict on Ron Mathis.
You can feel this.
You
They
play
have
with
locked
fire.
eyes.
You play with fire, you get burned. And Ron Mathis may be suffering third degree before the end of this night.
Let's ether.
I have not seen what was once Pretty Boy Smooth blink once.
No expression, pure violence. The ether in almost a trance-like state as he looks to punish Ron Mathis. For Jeffrey John, for Paragon, for the personal pride that was insulted, Ron Mathis is going to have to pay for those sins. And look at the nasty way that Mathis hit the canvas.
Voxx's making a big mistake here.
Ty Cross, I defy anyone to find an athlete in independent professional wrestling today that big with a vertical leap quite like that.
I think the only place you'll ever find an athlete like that is the NBA Hall of Fame.
Oh, God.
Wow!
The NBA, that was the MLB because Ron Mathis just swung that chair like a baseball bat. And throwing the chair in the face, and that's what started this rivalry. Their very first contest, Ron Mathis launched that chair into the face of Pretty Boy Smooth and almost came out with the championship. But not tonight, not against the Ether.
Ether! Ether! Ether!
Oh, wow! That was directly in the mouth.
And Bruce Gray's been knocked out. I mean, he's literally unconscious. White Trash Forever are being systematically dissected by the Ether. There may be nothing left of White Trash Forever by the time
we see powder.
And Ron Mathis did that last month, Ty. You saw it. That was powder in the eyes that changed the complexion of that six-man tag completely. It worked 4 weeks ago, but it sure doesn't work tonight, not against the Ether.
And remember, like I said earlier, oh wait, what we see here? A low blow with the kendo stick.
And that may be the only way to inflict any damage upon the Ether.
And as I said before, when Pretty Boy Smooth unleashes the Ether, he gives up a part of himself. That's why we only see this ever so rarely. But at this point, it looks like maybe White Trash Forever were able to weather the storm.
And I believe Tyler Voxx putting a table in the ring, but I don't know if that's going to help or hurt the case of Ron Mathis, literally or figuratively.
And look at how impressive.
Look at the eyes.
I mean, it is 3 men versus an otherworldly being.
I believe Bruce Gray is still unconscious on the floor. Tyler Voxx is writhing in pain on the canvas. And Ron Mathis is laying on the apron and maybe unaware that his night is a few short moments from getting even worse.
There is so much happening here. And now that table that Voxy introduced.
And in case you haven't figured it out, Ty Cross, it's no rules.
It's worse. It's Ronnie's rules.
Ether, ether, ether.
And these elbows look like a futile attempt to save himself.
Just listen. Just listen to the impact here.
Oh, wow!
An unorthodox landing that sends Ron Mathis crashing through the table.
The Ether is not finished. The Ether has a mind of its own, and it wants revenge for Pretty Boy Smooth.
This matchup may not be over until the career of Ron Mathis is over.
Ether, ether.
And you can see the lacerations on the back of Ron Mathis from going through that table.
And you cannot blame it. You cannot blame the Ether for wanting to take this kind of vengeance. for the sake of the vessel, Pretty Boy Smooth.
That chain around the fist may spell the end for Ron Mathis.
I mean, it is a cosmic hatred that fuels the ether.
And if anyone deserves this level of a beating, it's Ron Mathis, that's for sure.
And I hope that Ryse Wrestling provides a dental plan.
And the ether
What did we just see?
has indeed exorcised the demon of Ron Mathis. But now we have to ask ourselves, just how much of Pretty Boy Smooth did he sacrifice to accomplish this goal?
This might go too far here. This might go too far, Jim. I understand that our security needs to get in there and help.
Oh, no. This is too far. Oh, no. Who is going to stop the ether?
Not I. And even White Trash Forever knows that they cannot get in the ring right now.
Matchmaker Chris LaRusso begging for the ether to back down here to end this thing. They are pleading with the ether to spare the career of Ron Mathis.
Now we see that entity from the beginning of this contest making its way to the ring.
And White Trash Forever running for the hills, and there was that purple.
The purple beads were bestowed on the ether. Is that what will bring back Pretty Boy Smooth? It looks like, yeah. We have Pretty Boy Smooth back.
Pretty Boy Smooth went to a very disturbing place to defeat Ron Mathis. But the bottom line is, we just witnessed one of the most dominating performances in Ryse history. And make no mistake about it, Pretty Boy Smooth is as dangerous as ever.
Hello, gentlemen. I just wanted to take this opportunity to wish all of you good luck and to clarify something. See, by winning this match, you've won nothing. By winning this battle, you have simply punched your ticket straight to a war. By winning this battle royal, you set your date with death. And just so you know, you'll be facing a man who knows what it's like to win and what it's like to lose the most important championship in Ryse. And that just makes me 3 times more motivated to keep you from it. I will see one of you very soon.
And Jarvis, greatness has arrived. He is the can't miss, must kiss, hot stuff, can't get enough, gold standard top. The sensational millionaire player. The great Alexander!
July 8th, 2023, Ryse Pro Wrestling presents the marquee matchup of the summer, the Ryse Rumble. My name's Jim Amata, your Ty Cross. We are here for IndyWrestling.us. And the man that drew number 1, the great Alexander. Potentially the man
The competitor who drew number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
The great Alexander looks to be the man that wants to go wire to wire, which has never been done in the Ryse Rumble. And conversely, Jace Mera looks to do the very same. Of course, in this Rumble format, Ty Cross, you know it as well as I do, rivalries will collide and intersect, and right off the bat, we have Team Stronghold and the Great Success colliding in the Ryse Rumble.
And what a way it would be for the great Alexander to cap off this night than to win the Ryse Rumble from number 1, Jim.
That is ultimate bragging rights. Ultimate bragging rights.
And in Jace Mera's, on his side, number 2, it's only a 30-second advantage.
And let's not forget that the great Alexander already riding high from one-upping Tad Jarvis.
As well as in his mind, upgrading the Great Success as well. Now, I'm not saying that Hendrix is an upgrade to Gerard Garett, but in Great Alexander's mind, 100% is.
Look out here. Jace Mera, we know he's a daredevil, but you have to be careful with those high-risk maneuvers. Ty Cross, you've been in a few battle royals in your time. What sort of strategies, we're having number 3 come out here, what sort of strategy should we look to employ here?
Stay to the ground and hang on as tight as you can.
And we've talked about the rarefied air of certain competitors. Edric Everhart, the only man to hold the Grand Championship and the Tag Team Championship in Ryse history. Nystrom could be the only man to hold both of those titles simultaneously.
It would be so impressive. It would be the biggest feather in the cap that anyone in the history of this company could hold.
It shows you that these guys really are egomaniacs. They want to be the best at everything.
Well, they care very much about their appearance. My vote would go to Alexander.
And Jace Mera is going to keep his eye on the prize. If you're Jace Mera, you have to keep your head on a swivel, that's for sure.
And man, what would it mean for Jace Mera? I mean, within his first year, to get a shot at the Ryse Grand Championship.
Someone could make their career in one night here at the Ryse Rumble, that's for sure.
Oh, wow, here we go.
And Gerard Garett is looking for some revenge.
See, Nystrom doesn't even want to give anybody else the spotlight.
Nystrom wants to dominate. That's the MO of Money Shot. Look out here, backside of your screen, Gerard Garett, there you go. Gerard Garett has the Great Alexander, and what a measure of revenge if Gerard Garett could eliminate the Great Alexander, could dash Alexander's chances at the Grand Championship. You want to talk about ultra confidence. Nystrom is in there in the middle of the Rumble, still talking smack.
Well, as that ring starts to fill up, he's not going to have the time.
I can tell you about this guy right here, Joshua Kavad, a ring veteran of several years, making his Ryse debut in his hometown of Uniontown. And what a homecoming it would be if Kavad could win the Ryse Rumble.
That was one of the most impressive DDTs I've seen in a long time.
Wait a minute, Kavad hangs on here. Gonna try to skin the cat.
Wait a second! Nystrom eliminated by Kavad, wow!
That was a statement made right there. Kavad just eliminating one half of the tag team champions. So much opportunity presents itself here in the Ryse Rumble.
And that also means if Elijah Dean is in this contest, he doesn't have his back up in the ring waiting for him.
Certainly the statistical advantage of Money Shot is diminishing.
That elimination was a bigger game changer than some people might realize.
Kavad up and over. Precarious position, dangerous out there to be on the apron. Excuse me, Kavad works his way back in. Unorthodox drop kick, but effective. They came within an eyelash just a few months ago of defeating Edric Everhart. They could secure themselves another shot at the championship. And we know that Keith Hart and Matt Connard have an extensive history.
Very much so. I was in the ring for a lot of that history as well. This would be huge for Keith to pull this off. But if anyone can do it, I believe they can. Oh, no.
Hey, Ty, after the Great Alexander got squashed, I want to take a quick second that when this broadcast makes air, my dad will be having a birthday. So happy birthday, Mr. Braddock.
Oh, happy birthday.
And I believe the Bearcat is munching on the digits of the Great Alexander.
Bearcat's got to eat.
Some finger food, you know what I mean?
I'm not going to give you that.
Chicken strips, French fries.
Keith Hart's a person on a mission right now.
Yeah, they look very determined to rearrange the facial features at the very least of Great Alexander.
Boy, would that take him down a peg, huh?
Yeah, he's riding high after defeating Tad Jarvis. And you want to talk about an insurance policy, the Rad Boys are the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. Could you imagine if Jake Wily has simultaneous championship opportunities?
I mean, it would be astounding for Wily. And again, we talked about what a feather in the cap it would be to be a dual champion in this company.
Depending on the outcome of this matchup, we could have career-altering decisions here. So much at stake in the Ryse Rumble. And Ty, if you can, being a veteran of the Rumbles here, as the ring starts to fill up, how should an athlete alter their game and adapt to what's going on in the ring? You don't know who's coming out, you don't know who's coming in.
So I said it before, but it applies so much more now. In the beginning of these kind of contests, there are a lot of competitors, so you're doing a lot of just one-on-one face-offs. But here, as the ring fills up, you really want to try to stay low and out of the way. It's your best bet to last a long time.
Jace Mara hit the floor.
Eliminated.
And Gerard Garett working on Kavod. You see the back part of your screen there. And who's next, Ty? While Wily could double down on his opportunity, Calvin G. Lewis could look to redeem himself. They came up short in that #1 contendership match. He could secure himself a championship opportunity. And Gerard Garett just having a rough night at the office, brother.
Well, he's still in the ring, and that's what's important. We'll see how much longer that lasts, though. Maybe a little bit of animosity from earlier in the evening there. That kick from Wily had a little extra oomph behind it looked like.
And you can see how dangerous this matchup gets. You got all those bodies flying around in there. And it sounds trivial, Ty, but with how humid this building is, you're going to have to think conditioning is going to be a huge factor in a matchup like this.
Wily's gone.
I'm not sure who eliminated Wily, but I do know that Alexander got crushed in the corner. What a way to make a debut into Ryse Wrestling. Alex going right after the Bearcat.
I think the Bearcat was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, you certainly can see the fatigue factor. And again, as an in-ring athlete as you were for 10 years, how do you adjust your game to deal with that fatigue in such a grueling matchup where you're dealing with multiple opponents on a consistent basis?
Well, you got to remember, there was a reason I was a tag team competitor. I didn't have the deepest tank. So for me, I'd won Battle Royals in the past, but it is so difficult when you have to last that long. That's why it's so impressive right now, the competitors that are still in there that have been in there since the beginning.
Yeah, let's not forget, Jace Mara was sent packing, but as far as I can tell, the great Alexander is still worming his way around in there.
But see, because you're unsure, that's great strategy. Because you're unsure, that means that the great Alexander has been biding his time. Laying low, he got caught now by Kavod. Here we go.
The Iceman, one of the most consistent and quality athletes in Pittsburgh wrestling anywhere, looking to rebound. He hit a slight skid in recent months, but what a way to put himself back in contention for the Ryse Grand Championship
you want to talk
that
about
he never
history.
lost.
You want to talk about history with Matt Connor. Tony Johnson might have more history with Matt Connor than anybody else in this Rumble. Like you said, what a way to get 2023 back on track. This kind of match could turn your entire year around in one night.
Tony Johnson was a victim of circumstance with the pandemic that shut the world down. And he's been chomping at the bit to reassert himself in Ryse, and he can do that here tonight at the Ryse Rumble. Look at Alexander. Somehow, Calvin G. Lewis hit the floor.
That was a Keith Hott elimination there. I managed to catch that one. This action is so crazy, Jim.
Number 11, representing the Rip City Shooter, the intense icon, Joshua Bishop.
You want to talk about game changes in this Rumble. Kavod is gone. Keith Hott looks to be gone.
The intense icon
Tony Johnson
is
eliminated.
making a statement. Joshua Bishop, come hell or high water, is putting Ryse Pro Wrestling on notice.
I mean, the house has been cleaned.
Yeah, Bishop!
What a way to make a statement.
That was a unique maneuver. And when Alex wakes up, you can tell him how good it looked, Ty.
It looked great, that rolling maneuver trying to set up that trip, but Bishop saw it coming. Might have had it scouted a little bit. Bishop doesn't seem like the kind of cat that does his homework, but he might have for this.
Bishop is just naturally talented. God-given gifts. All the tools that an athlete could ask for, Bishop has it and more.
Entering at number 12,
Chase Oliver has come very close to winning that grand championship. He has a chance to secure, one more shot.
I can barely even hear you, Jim.
Quite possibly the most dynamic athlete on the Ryse roster. Look out here. Misdirection from Chase. Step up, Hurricane Rana. Offense from any angle. And Chase Oliver is rolling, man. Oh, he got caught.
That's raw power right there.
Pure domination from the intense icon.
I could barely hear you earlier when Oliver was making his entrance. This crowd coming absolutely unglued. Melee gone. Oh, I thought Bishop was going over.
Bishop going to use his height advantage here to try to assert some leverage to prevent Oliver from elevating him over the top.
These two have shared a locker room many times in the past.
And you can see the physique on these two. These are two thoroughbred athletes right here.
They got to know each other so well. Oh, no.
I think Chase Oliver just hit the floor, Ty. Oliver, looks incensed.
That was Chase Oliver's opportunity to get back into the title picture.
Bruce Gray trying to pay off Joshua Bishop.
I think, was that $1? And eliminated. You You got to remember, $1 in Ohio money is like $365 here in Pennsylvania, so I get why he only used $1.
Joshua Bishop is a carnivore, man.
Chase Oliver has been eliminated.
And obviously right now, Joshua Bishop no way! Hell yeah!
The grand return of Magnum CK has made its way to Uniontown.
Ty, I'm going to tell you what, brother. I know we're supposed to be impartial, but Magnum CK, are you ready to be sports entertained? Magnum CK had a very serious back injury. We all thought his wrestling career was over. We haven't seen him in Ryse in 4 to 5 years.
At least.
From Second City to Sears, Magnum CK is in the building. And he's just as brash, but you love to see it.
And he looks great. And if he takes enough time with this entrance, the next competitor will come out and he won't be in there one-on-one with Joshua Bishop. It's a genius maneuver.
Listen, Magnum CK is no ham and egger. He doesn't live in a van down by the river. He's coming for the gold, man.
Oh, I'm not saying he can't hang with Josh Bishop, but I'm saying it's a smart move not to get in there with him.
Absolutely the most cerebral athlete we've seen in Ryse in quite some time.
Look, he's checking his watch. I was right. I told you, Jim. I knew it. I'm a strategic genius, just like CK.
If you can pronounce it, you sure the hell are.
CK, it's only 2 letters, Jim. Easy to pronounce.
It's not the word I was talking about.
Magnum looks great.
Probably in the best shape of his life.
And he wears the beard well, too. I appreciate a good beard.
As much as I'm enjoying the Andy Kaufman-esque entrance from Magnum CK, I don't think Joshua Bishop is impressed.
I hope that back injury is 100%. And he's eliminated.
You know, it may not have been the best performance, but damn it, it was the best entrance I've ever seen in the Ryse Rumble.
I'm just happy he's back. I hope we get to see him more.
God bless Magnum CK.
And just when you're having a great time, it's more white trash forever.
Yeah, what a way to spike the punch bowl dealing with this vermin, Tyler Voxx. But Bishop looks ready. Bishop is making a statement. This may be the night of Joshua Bishop.
Voxx was literally making a statement at the same time.
Well, Voxx says a lot of things. I just tend to try to ignore them. He's a hell of an athlete, but not much of a wordsmith.
He used to be such a nice kid, too. Bums me out, man. That was a big right hand. That looked like it might have caught Bishop a little bit. Might have rocked him just a hair. I was wrong.
Thanks for coming, Tyler Voxx. Grab yourself a pretzel on the way out of the mall.
3, 2, 1.
And who can stand up to Bishop?
Wow.
I think we just got our answer.
You talk a lot, Jim, about blue chip prospects, but this is one of my favorite prospects in Ryse Wrestling. I'm telling you, a man that can hold the world in the palm of his hands when he's ready to grab it.
I honestly believe it's no exaggeration. Wait, what the hell is Alexander doing? Ty, has he been under the ring this entire time?
I thought he got eliminated a half hour ago. I guess we never did actually see it.
And neither does Bishop nor Sam Holloway. There's a rat, there's a mole living under the ring. But as we were saying about Holloway,
there's about to be two Goliaths in the ring.
Sam Holloway, I believe, no exaggeration, we're going to be watching this young man on national television one day. Brandon Kay said to open our event that Ryse is the platform for the stars of tomorrow to be found. And Sam Holloway may define that better than anybody. The former lineman out of the University of Cincinnati does not sweat the reputation of Joshua Bishop. It's King Kong and Godzilla, man.
You see, Hardway went from stoic to enraged. That means these shots from Bishop are starting to land. Starting to do a little bit. Maybe not physically, but definitely to the psyche.
This is a raw boned fight. Flesh on bone.
How impressive the speed with which Bishop strikes, but that might have been more impressive.
And there are very few athletes in wrestling today that could put Joshua Bishop down like that.
Shut up, Wallace.
And who's the poor soul that's going to have to join these two monsters?
Entering at number 17, representing Money Shot,
You gotta be kidding me. The ultimate exploitation. Elijah Dean picked his spot, and that snake in the grass struck, and he struck big time. But Holloway and Bishop they're not stopping.
They might battle all the way back to Ohio.
We may need Uniontown's finest in here to break these two up.
Not to mention the shipping is going to cost to send their bags back.
And Elijah Dean grinning like a Kesher cat in the ring, very proud of himself. We talked about Nystrom's potential opportunity to be a double champion. Elijah Dean has that very same chance.
Entering at number 18,
This is cool, Jim. A #1 contender and a champion. The ring is empty. They're facing off here.
We talked about rivalries intersecting in the Ryse Rumble, and you're right, this is one here. Man, Elijah Dean lowered the boom, picture perfect.
It's the prettiest move in wrestling. Elliott hanging on.
Yeah, Elliott trying to and bringing Dean over. This is very dangerous right here.
Nice leverage maneuver there by Elliott.
Both athletes teetering above the floor.
Elliott gives up a lot of size to Mandime. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Elijah Dean and Braden Elliott have both been eliminated.
And now we're at a virtual stalemate here. And there's that Weasel Alexander, who entered this thing at #1 and is looking to go the whole way. He doesn't care how he does it.
And the disadvantage of entering #1 is all but washed away now because he rested so long.
Entering at number 19.
This might be a mistake. Jim, I understand what it means to be the #1 contender for the Grand Championship, but I mean, if you can't walk to the ring, how do you expect to win the Rumble?
Mathis can barely stand, let alone walk. I thought I had it rough, Jesus.
I don't know, see, now I kind of feel like if I would have entered this year, I might have had a shot if I was this late.
How is Mathis going to compete in this matchup? Hey, it's Phil!
Wait a second!
Mathis has tormented Phil for months! Phil eliminates Mathis! Phil eliminates Mathis!
Now he needs to get all the way out of the building!
Run, Phil, run!
I mean, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. You love to see it.
And that Snake Alexander slithers right back in. The turncoat of Ryse Wrestling. The poster boy that stabbed Ryse Wrestling in the back. What is this, a family reunion?
Worse.
And what are these jackasses doing? This is the Ryse Rumble.
They're doing a push-up contest. Here comes another competitor, hopefully to break this love fest up. No way.
This can't be right. They got to have the music wrong or something. He is here.
The Pittsburgh legend.
The screaming climax, Dirk Ziggler. We haven't seen Dirk in Ryse Wrestling or any wrestling ring for years.
I feel like it's got to be close to 10 at least. I mean, he looks excellent.
That's the best shape I've seen Dirk in several years.
I don't see any rust either.
This could be Dirk's chance to reassert himself.
Oh, just a straight up low blow. Perfectly legal, but you hate to see it.
But I don't know, in a 2-on-1 situation, being out of action for as long as Dirk has, if he's going to survive this.
I don't know what Dirk's been up to, but being in that ring is a different type of wind, man. You got to have a different gas tank than any other sport, any other exercise or activity. Hopefully Dirk gets some help out here. I'd say so.
You know what they say about payback, Ty Cross? And with the bloody welts still fresh on his back, Tad Jarvis wants to destroy the Great Success.
Payback, Jim, is a twitch.
Pair of back elbows sends the poster boy to the canvas, but let's remember, you got to get him over the top rope.
You want to talk about someone that has worked so hard and deserves a shot at that Grand Championship. Tad Jarvis now getting a good number, good draw, coming in with a lot of emotion here. Can't let it get to his head, got to focus on the end game, the goal.
And with as embarrassed and as humiliated as Tad Jarvis was earlier to be stabbed in the back by Hendrix, he could completely turn his fortune around. And let's not forget that Tad Jarvis was one of the last 2 remaining competitors in the Ryse Rumble last year. He may have come up short in the Ascension Championship, but the Cowpoke could secure himself a shot at the Grand Championship. And Team Stronghold wants to annihilate the great success. And it's every man for himself, unfortunately. Great to see Dirk here, but he's there to win it. Dirk Ziegler is not here. Well, he's not here anymore because he just hit the floor.
I hope we get to see more of Dirk, though. That was great, man.
Alexander holding on for his life.
And look at how well the Stronghold Academy is represented right now in this Rumble.
We may not like all of their attitudes, but what you're watching right here is not only the future of Ryse Wrestling, but the future of the Pittsburgh wrestling scene. And the future is bright, let me tell you.
Beautiful snap suplex.
Malcolm Cambridge, of course, as we know, came up short earlier this evening, but as so many on this card and in this Rumble, he has a chance to redeem himself. Now, Ty, as primarily a tag team wrestler as Cambridge is, how did you adapt to a battle royal situation being a primarily tag team wrestler yourself?
Well, at the time that I was wrestling mostly in battle royals, I was doing singles competition in other companies. So I had that gas tank sort of built up at that time. Like I said earlier, I'd won a Rumble in my past, but I had that gas tank built up from also wrestling singles. When you wrestle in a tag team capacity, I mean, it really does cut your wind in half because you're only needed in the ring half the time. So tag team competitors, and as you can see by the look of the lay of the landscape here, tag team competitors are primarily, generally at a disadvantage in a Rumble like this.
The odds may be against Cambridge, but he's not going to back down. Cowpoke sends Cambridge to the floor. Rough night for members only.
You've got to be kidding me.
The Black Rose that grew from the macabre garden of the Grindhouse, who was trained in the Nightmare Factory system since the last time we saw her in Ryse Wrestling. The Black Rose may look to put her roots down back in Ryse Wrestling once again.
Boy, do we see Megan fight some great wars here in Ryse. Meg Myers has done work for All Elite Wrestling, and she's still as terrifying as ever.
One of the most sadistic females you're going to find anywhere. What a bridge. Although that doesn't, I mean, you can see the instincts to go for a cover inside the ring ropes. Very understandable, but you got to get them over the top rope.
Yeah, sometimes that pin sends a message, too.
Nasty impact that time.
How impressive. The Black Swan, Meg Myers, back here in Ryse Wrestling.
Magnum CK, Dirk Ziegler, and now Meg Myers We didn't expect to see any of them in the Rumble, but anything can happen.
Who could this be now? It's Laura Lovelace.
And we thought Megan was unbalanced. Laura Lovelace will call your eyes out.
Well, if Meg Myers is the Oppenheimer of the Ryse Women's Division, and Laura is the Barbie, I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. Cowpoke Paul knows what it means to lose in a quick draw. Got down quick. And you see Laura the Barbie Lovelace getting out of dodge before Meg Myers become Death the Destroyer of Worlds. I have a lot of Oppenheimer material.
Yeah, I can tell.
One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time.
Well, Meg Myers is going to make an impression on the Ryse Rumble one way or another.
She's dropping nukes in that ring right now. I got it. My favorite wrestler in Ryse history, besides myself.
Yeah, I know that too, but wait a minute. Lewis is trying to present some flowers to Laura. It's a very gentlemanly thing to do. I think, doesn't Lewis have allergies? He's going to get wheezy around those flowers.
When was the last time you think anyone presented Laura with flowers instead of a restraining order?
Flowers to the face.
And again.
I hope nobody's allergic in there.
Wait a minute. We all know you want to see it. For the very first time ever, Lewis the Nerd squares off with Cowpoke.
The moments, Jim, when time stands still.
My nephew Don P. loves that song.
Jim, I have a wife and 2 children, and that moment is the happiest I've ever been.
Ty Cross, I don't know what the hell's going on anymore, but it's the Ryse Rumble.
I'm so happy. And now,
can't trust
course,
Laura Lovelace.
Laura ruins it.
Get her, Meg.
Lewis still trying to win over Laura. Meg Myers hit the floor. And I believe we're... We saw Shawn Mason have an absolutely barn burner contest with Chase Oliver last month. Hey Ty, how do you think Shawn Mason's gonna fare? Regalplex in a battle royal situation. He's such a mat expert. I don't know if that lends itself to getting competitors over the ropes.
Well, I guess I don't even have to answer your question, Jim. I was getting ready to.
Cowpoke just lost a boot.
Sean Mason just lost this match.
We've got flowers, we got shoes in the ring. And after we saw Jason Hendrix hit the floor, with a great success, still maintaining their odds of victory here.
Great Alexander. I don't know what he did. He was very unlucky to draw number one, but man, his partners are truly spaced out throughout this Rumble. Gianni knows the assignment, understands it.
The Italian strongman is going to look to make a very quick impact. And look at the feet of Tad Jarvis, just inches above the floor. The great Alexander looking to humiliate Tad Jarvis twice in one night.
For as long as Tad's been in this matchup so far, I don't think he should be humiliated if he were to go out there. And I would love to say what the great Alexander's done so far is impressive, but that hiding under the ring stint, I feel like it kind of undoes everything that he could have accomplished.
Let's not forget, Alexander's been in there since number one. Tad Jarvis has had a lengthy tenure in the Rumble.
It's over. I thought he was going out. Paul was so sure of it too.
Alexander latching onto that rope.
He's gone!
Unbelievable. But just as we said, when the great success are down on the odds, they even up almost immediately.
Two for Stronghold. Two for great success.
We're coming down to the wire, Ty. One of these athletes are going to secure their chance at the Grand Championship. A rivalry that we have seen weaved throughout this event all night takes center stage in the Ryse Rumble. The fight is on. Gregory and Jarvis, Cowpoke and Enrico. Man, Gianni planted Cowpoke. Jarvis trying to stick and move. Oh no, he got caught.
Wow, that was unreal.
Jarvis clinging to that top rope.
There he goes.
Man.
Oh, man.
And by hook or by crook, Ty Cross, the great success one way or another may rule the Ryse Rumble across the board.
Now, once Cowpoke's eliminated, what are these two going to do? Just a friendly battle to see who wins? I say once because there's no way Cowpoke is able to overcome this.
If Cowpoke's going to go down, he's going to go down swinging.
Go down shooting, Jim.
Miscue from the Great Success, but the odds are still against the Cowpoke.
Oh man, I think that was his last opportunity to really get the advantage.
Keep in mind, Cowpoke went through that grueling Ascension Championship match earlier tonight against Noir. Wait a minute, Enrico's hanging on. No, he's not. He slipped.
Enrico was able to hang on, tried to teeter back in, but Paul would not let it happen. And here
Can the
we
Cowpoke
go.
do it? Could the Cowpoke have a career-defining night right before our eyes tie cross?
Or will Gorgeous Gregory get the chance to cement himself in two companies?
And look at the force. Look at the impact. Listen to those strikes to the chest.
Wow. Cowpoke's fighting with everything.
Gregory's on rubber legs. You can feel the tension in this building.
Come on. I know I should be unbiased, but I want to see it.
Gregory's on the apron. Cowpoke is exhausted. Oh no. And now it's Cowpoke teetering above the floor. High drama at the Ryse Rumble.
Gregory out of instinct with the offensive maneuver, but realizes now he made a mistake putting Cowpoke back in the ring.
Well, Gregory shouldn't stand there and wait around.
He's got to shake it off. It's in his head. You got to remember, he's 18. He's frustrated. Gregory, get back in the ring.
Gregory may be trying to call Paul's bluff. Dust Bowl DDT. Cowpoke Paul has done it.
Sometimes, Jim, there are happy endings.
If you believe in destiny, you may have seen destiny fulfilled, as Cowpoke Paul is the winner of the second annual Ryse Rumble and has earned a shot at the Ryse Grand Championship. Ty Cross, I think we're out of time here. So for Ty Cross, my name's Jim Amata, IndyWrestling.us. Don't forget, August 3rd, Ryse Wrestling is coming to the Fayette County Fair. But for tonight, congratulations to Cowpoke Paul, the winner of the Ryse Rumble. We'll see you next time.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.